All right, real quick. So on Monday, just Monday, we did the straight ankle lock offense. If you weren't here, you need help with the breaking mechanics, let me know on the side. I'm not going to review that right now. It's on YouTube. But tonight we're going to go over defense. So he's going to put me in the basic straight ankle lock. So if you weren't here, it's just single leg X, wrap the ankle. So come off my leg real quick so they can see. So step one, the most important first thing when it's straight ankle lock is right away I just pull my toes up and I flex my quad like this. It's called putting your boot on. This is the most basic generic thing you can do, and the whole ankle lock is they straighten your leg out this way until they break it. So if it's flexed this way, if they can't bend your foot, there's no way they can submit you. So here, this is like a lot of tib, and whether you realize it or not, it's a lot of quad strength. Like the harder I can flex my quad right here, the stronger I am for when I defend this. So that can either buy you time, or sometimes that's all you need if someone's just not strong enough. But usually when I was like newer, it was just my defense for buying time till I kind of figure out where I need to go. So wrap it up. So here, I got my boot on always. That's like the first thing I'm going to do. If someone was actually holding my leg like this, like he wasn't latched onto it like in breaking position yet, there's not too much. It doesn't even feel right really to put the boot on right here. So if it's just like this, if it's like this, I'm going to work harder to put the boot on. But if they're not actually wrapping it, it's not as big of a concern. So the most basic way when it comes to this single leg X one that we've gone over before is just the toe right here. The toe is the best point of leverage. Like it's going to cause the most pain, which is going to make them like give up easier. Like you could break their toe if they just fight it too hard. So that's how you take the power out of this leg that's hooking me, is with the toe, and push it down to the mat. And look, I usually just stiff arm it, like lock my elbow with my body weight, and I pick myself up and I just sit on it. So again, if you can't think of anything else, just keep putting that foot off your hip. Just keep putting it off. Boot on, foot off the hip, foot off the hip. If you can get to the point where you're sitting on it, you're pretty safe right here. They either have to get it free, or they're going to have to start like transitioning to a different type of foot lock. So again, you can buy some time right here. And then from here, the most basic one that I like to show that I did in the beginning was just like pull and raise up, so I can clear that knee here, and I can start to sit into like a good mount right here. And like right here, I am a bit vulnerable to being pushed over, but worst case scenario, I end up in closed guard. Best case scenario is they usually lead with this arm to push, and I'm going to take that arm. So just try to come up to the mount right here. So again, super basic. I got my boot. I'm going to actually grab the toe and pry it off. Sorry. Stiff arm, so all my weight's on it, and then I just sit on it right here. Then you come here and clear this and start coming up right here and looking to get to the mount. So when I come up also, that's another good point, is I'm not trying to go this way to get up, and that's with like all jiu-jitsu positions. As I come up here, I'm sitting on his ankle or his leg. Here, look, my head goes this way, and I'm coming up at like a 45-degree angle. That's the way you get up most of the time in jiu-jitsu. And then the most core fundamental thing I teach from leg lock defense is this is true for like 98% of leg locks, is they need their knees need to be pinched together to create breaking power. So if I can't think of nothing else, if I just rip on this and just hold it like this while I think and try to figure out something, then that's going to save me from getting tapped. Separate the knees. That's the most basic rule of all leg lock defense. And I do this a lot of times. I come in this side and then I open it up here. And then again, you come up to mount, but your legs are stronger. Another one right here, same concept. If I can get in here, I can use my foot to kind of open it. It won't be that dramatic, but it's going to stop the breaking power. So it might still hurt, it might be painful, but they're not going to get the power to break it in time as I start to get out of here. And there's bolos and stuff like that from there too. So that's all like the most basic, fundamental pieces of leg lock defense. Any questions? No? All right, ready?